Hello everybody and welcome back to the Future, the game, episode 2, Get Tannen. Last when we left off, everything is perfect and peachy, but I'll let the story so far give you the details. Apparently, it's not a lot of details. Marty has managed to rescue his grandfather, Artie McFly, from the clutches of Kid Tannen's henchmen. Their adventure over at last, Doc drives Marty back to 1986 and drops him off at home. Yes, and everything is perfect. It's May 15th, 1986, 8:32 a.m., and honestly, I don't know where this game could go. Because Doc's back, the DeLorean's back, Marty's wearing the same clothes that is apparently the only thing that he owns. The house is here. George McFly's still alive. He's still got his photo. So, yeah. Everything's great.
It's good to see Dad in one piece again. It's crazy how much he looks like Grandpa Arthur.
I wouldn't go that far, Marty.
It's empty.
Well, that's because you dunked the whole thing in ink earlier, but you know, all of our problems are gone now. So let's look around the McFly abode.
I wonder if Biff finished the wax job on my 4x4.
Probably not.
Dad must have used that to haul away all those books from Doc's estate sale.
That was there, wasn't it?
I better use the front door, just in case.
Marty's clearly still traumatized after part 2. To be honest, I would be too. What a turn in events.
When did we get a bug zapper?
You know, that's a good question, Marty. What?
Hey, anyone home? There's something wrong with my key.
Please, not now. Tomorrow. Give me another day.
That doesn't sound good at all. That does not sound fit with my happy ending.
Another day? Dad, what are you talking about?
Marty? No, that's impossible. Marty was run out of town.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Me too, friend. Me too.
You just saw me last night, Dad. Don't you remember? Doc's estate sale, the DeLorean.
This is a trick. Go away.
Leave us alone! Haven't we suffered enough?
Mom. Mom, it's Marty, Mom. Open up.
It sounds like Marty, but it must be a trick.
Mom!
Go away. Shame on you.
How can I convince you?
Tell me something only Marty would know.
Ah,
I got my scar. What does that mean?
I've got a scar on my left knee.
From what?
Skateboarding down the courthouse steps when I was 12.
Interesting.
That's right.
Oh my lord, what are you waiting for, George? Let him in!
Stupid locks. Marty!
Oh no.
Oh my God, Dad. What happened to you?
What do you think happened, butthead?
Biff.
Oh.
I thought we told you to stay out of town, shrimp.
Biff. Whatever's going on, I'm sure we can handle it. Reasonably.
There's more of them.
Who were they?
Like you don't know Cliff and Riff. What do you think we should do with them, baby bro? What we should have done years ago, big bro.
This is not
I'm
good.
gonna enjoy this, McFly.
Wait, I'm trying to process here. Where do these other Tannens come from?
From a mommy Tannen and a
Gosh.
daddy Tannen. It's called the birds and the bugs,
I was about to
butthead.
say they knew at least they knew something, but apparently not.
Ooh, Biff! So now the Tannens are some kind of minor league mafia?
Hey, watch who you're calling minor league. The Tannen gang's the 5th most dangerous crime family in California. We got connections all over the place.
No way.
You don't believe me?
Biff, no!
Bang! Ha ha! Check it out.
To your family from mine, in gratitude for your continued service, J.J. Valenti.
That's Don Valenti, godfather of the Sacramento mob. The third most dangerous crime family in California.
Ooh. Okay, but
Alright, first of all, I don't think Marty should be insulting these people. He has 3 grown men surrounding him with weapons. This is not the time for your trademark sense of humor.
Biff, what happened to you? When I left here, you were kind of afraid of my dad.
Afraid? No Tannen ain't never been afraid of no McFly.
They ain't never been afraid of double negatives either.
One more question. What the hell did you do to my dad?
Your dad's been in that wheelchair since before you were
What?
born, butthead. And you better hope he has a spare, cause you're gonna need one in like 3 seconds.
They get out of college.
I got a question.
I'm not sure this is a better spot for you, Marty.
Why are you guys so pissed at me?
You don't remember? You've really lost it, McFly. Think back. The thing with the manure truck.
Which one?
See, this is what I mean, Marty.
Hey!
And another thing. When did I get run out of town?
2 years ago. Don't you remember? We made a deal that we'd go easier on your old
You
man
would've been
if
15.
you left. But now you're back, so the kid gloves can come off.
Why did you guys have to run a 15-year-old out of town?
And another thing. What are you guys doing here anyway?
It's that time of the month.
What?
Time for Georgie to pay up. We usually take the payment in cash, but this month we can take it out of your hide.
And another thing. Look, can't we bury the hatchet already?
Even better idea. I bury this 9-iron up your backside.
Yeah, that was a bit desperate, Marty.
Tell me. How long have you been coming down on my dad like this?
Ever since that school dance, when Georgie laid Biff out in the parking lot. Shut up, it's not funny. Someone messes with the Tannen family, the Tannen family never lets him forget about it.
No.
Here's what I still don't understand.
I don't understand a lot of things.
Why can't you pick on somebody else?
We do. We pick on lots of guys. It's kind of our thing.
Here's what I still don't understand. What about my mom? I mean, how did she end up with my dad?
Beats us. Guess she has a thing for losers. She could have had any one of us, but she went for old Gimpy McFly.
It's a good thing she has taste.
Okay, tell me this.
No more questions.
At least they're all still morons. It's okay, Marty.
Piece of cake.
I never should have let that floozy talk me out of rubbing out your grandfather.
Huh?
Oh no.
Kid?
Why is he wearing a 10th Doctor suit?
No one in Hill Valley messes with the Tannen family.
Poor Marty's had a gun pointed at him so many times. Both him and Dog.
Marty, get in! This timeline's been compromised!
No kidding!
Somehow, something we did in 1931 allowed Kid Tannen to escape his date with justice. As a consequence, the Tannens have been unchecked in Hill Valley for over 50 years.
Ah, jeez, rob the arcade?
We've got to go back to the day Kid Tannen was supposed to be arrested, figure out what went wrong and fix it. Otherwise, you could be forever stuck in a town owned by the Tannens.
Not an option, Doc. Punch it.
Yeah! We already had that once. We do not need it again. It's good to see the DeLorean fly again. It's also good that my game's not responding. Oh, good.
Okay, Doc, let's run through this again.
Sometime tonight, Kid Tannen is supposed to be betrayed by his mole, the singer named Pixie Trotter.
That hot babe I saw coming out of the
Whoa.
speakeasy.
Exactly.
Cool it, Marty.
When she does, history says Tannen will be arrested by a rookie cop by the name of Danny Parker.
Parker. Hey, do you think he's related to Jennifer Parker, my girlfriend?
Could be.
Heavy.
In any event, somehow we've changed history so that neither of these events happens, condemning your family to generations of abuse at the hands of the Tannen crime family. You need to go back into Tannen's speakeasy, find out what's gone wrong, and get Kid Tannen arrested.
On
No
it.
problem, Doc. Let me just put on my hat and I'm good to go. Is the mustache really
Ooh,
necessary?
looking
It's
good.
essential. You can't let Kid know that you're the same troublemaker that foiled his attempt to kill me.
Are you sure you can't come in with me?
It's far too dangerous. You may be easy to disguise with your nondescript features, but ever since my daring escape from the police and the mob, my distinctive face has been plastered over every paper from here to Reno.
Nondescript.
Aw.
I'll find a safe place to hunker down. That flop house ought to fit the bill. You can find me there if you need me.
I can't really argue with him, which is the really sad part. Alright, well, I guess we're undercover. Edna! You are not the first face I wanted to see today. What's this?
Huh, looks like Emmett's been busy.
Good, I'm glad he's pursuing science. I'm glad he hasn't been, scared away from the field.
Pardon me, sir. From the way you're dressed and your general aura of seediness,
Excuse me?
I can infer only one thing. You're heading for Tannen's speakeasy. Am I right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Can't you tell me the way?
Down. Straight down. The last stop before the inferno. Unfortunately, I don't have the power to stop you, but I beg you to tarry here a few more seconds and listen to my song.
Oh no.
Me, 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 me. You say you've lost your
Poor Marty.
self-respect, but you should care.
Thank you.
What in heaven's name?
Oh, sorry, Miss Strickland. Just a little experimental prototype gone momentarily awry.
Mr. Brown, why is there a dog in that vehicle?
Why? Well, to advance the human condition, of course.
What?
Hello, Harry.
Harry? Mr. Callahan, what are you doing in that getup?
I'm going to a masquerade for charity.
How exciting! You'll have to give me an exclusive sometime. Right now, I've got some souls to save.
And you'll have to get an eyeful of my newest experiment.
You're not angry about the rocket drill?
Water over the bridge. I've moved on to bigger and better things. Come by the gazebo when you get a chance. I'll be setting up. You won't believe what Einie and I have been up to.
Famous last words. All right. Now where's that speakeasy?
We'll find it, but... I didn't realize Emmett had mixed metaphors too. Well, just one, anyway. For some reason he says over the bridge in this game, and I do not understand why.
Harry, you're just in time.
So, thanks for watching Einstein while I've been away.
It's been a pleasure. He's proven to be a surprisingly willing test subject. It's almost as if he's been working with me for years.
Yeah.
More like decades. How have you been, Emmett? I know I haven't seen you in a couple of months.
I'm great, and I owe it all to you.
Really?
Yes, that argument I had with my father during our jet drill experiment gave me the incentive to finally quit that dreary court job. I've committed myself full-time to a life of science.
I'm glad you're pursuing your passions.
What's the story with the little car and all this equipment?
Einstein and I are conducting a few experiments with this 1/4 scale model to work out a few hitches in my planned demonstration at the Hill Valley Expo in a couple of months.
A radio-controlled car?
No. Well, yes, but there'll be so much more than that. It will amaze the world. Aha! Got it!
Got what?
I'll show you.
Cool.
Ready to go, Einstein?
What, no seatbelts? Have they been invented yet?
Watch this! When this baby hits 23 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious cow flop.
Einstein!
No!
Get him out of there!
Not to worry. I've got a fail-safe eject mechanism around here someplace. See? Nothing to worry about.
Does it feel safe if you
Nothing.
can't find it? Oh gosh! Oh god.
I'll go see if I can find something to help. Or someone.
Way to indicate, Marty.
Don't worry, Emmett. I'm sure you'll get it right someday.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. Right now, I'm more concerned with Einstein.
That's fair.
Can't you just go into the courthouse to get Einstein?
If I still had my job as a clerk, sure, but lately a lot of evidence has gone missing, so they've
Oh, no.
installed new locks. Now the place is sealed up tighter than my dad's wallet.
I feel that.
What went wrong with your rocket car?
I'm not entirely sure. As soon as we get Einstein down, I'm gonna go look for it.
Why don't you go look for your car now?
And leave Einie stuck on a ledge? Never! Dogs are much more important than any silly rocket car. Especially one that doesn't work at all.
Oh, I'm sure you'll make it work someday.
What's up with you and Edna? A couple months ago, I could swear she was
Whoa.
making goo-goo eyes at you.
That was before my father had her Stay Sober Society meeting thrown out of our house. Now she takes every opportunity she can get to snipe at me and my work. It's very distracting.
Well, so long as you two aren't together, because that would be really, really awkward with Clara.
Do you know anything about Officer Danny Parker?
My pop says he's a good cop when he's not drinking.
Good.
Of course, now I hear he drinks all the time.
Aw. Maybe we can help out Jennifer's family history, just like we fixed the McFlys.
You know anything about Trixie Trotter?
The songbird of the Sierras? The nightingale of the north? The floozy of the foothills? Never heard of her. Man, I've definitely never snuck into Tannen's speakeasy to listen to her.
We're learning an awful lot about Doc in this game. Alright, I think we're good. I'm talking to you for now.
I'll go off and see if I can get some help.
You do that. I'll stay here and see if I can think of a way to get Einie off that ledge.
Well, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. Right now, I'm putting my mind to talking to Edna, which I know there are many worthier things to put my mind to. Oh, hi, Doc. But this is
Hey,
it.
Edna.
Mr. Crockett.
What?
What can I do for you?
That's the third name option. Gosh. This is really before Telltale perfected consistency between episodes of choices.
What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
Saving people from alcohol, vice, and disorder. And also keeping a lookout for hot stories. You'd be surprised how much news breaks on this corner.
I would be surprised considering there's nobody around besides Emmett, but I guess with his constant experimenting, that's a pretty big story.
Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh? What is it?
Kid Tannen arrested.
Oh, glorious day! When did it happen?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna.
Keep me posted.
Marty, don't be such a tease, man. Alright, this is a bit of a stretch, Marty.
What was that song you were singing earlier?
Do you like it? I wrote it myself. It really gets the toes tapping at the Stay Sober Society meetings. Although I suppose that could be the Shakes. Would you like to hear it again?
Yes?
Sure.
I knew if I waited long enough, somebody would request it.
Marty's too nice. God.
You say you've lost your self-respect, but you
Look at his
should
face.
care. It's not too late to redirect and start to care. Don't despise the good and pure. Time to rise up from the sewer. Wash off all that foul manure. Show the world you care. You should care. You should care. people think of you. Of goals that you could name, reclaiming your good name is what you ought to do. You should care, you should care. If your reputation is in disrepair, it's not going to hurt you to reclaim your virtue, for you should care.
Catchy.
You really think so?
No.
Yeah, it's got a good hook to it.
One needs a good hook if one is fishing for souls.
That must have hurt Marty to compliment anything on that, because he is a musician. So...
What's going on with you and Emmett? The last time I saw you, you seemed to be kinda interested in him.
That was before I belatedly realized that his agreement to host my Stay Sober Society was a clever ruse to ferry barrels of hooch to his so-called laboratory.
Sorry about that.
Now his very presence fills me with an irrepressible urge to pick at his philosophical and intellectual foundations with every tool in my vocabulary.
So you're not dating?
Dating? The mere thought of romantic involvement with that undisciplined techno-anarchist is preposterous.
Good.
I hope that's true.
What's Kid Tannen been up to for the last 2 months?
Didn't you hear? It was in all the papers.
I've been, traveling.
Well, the feds were all set to arrest Tannen on tax evasion charges. Seems they'd gotten Tannen's books from his accountant.
I heard something about that, yeah.
Well, the accountant disappeared, unsurprisingly, but the feds still thought they had a case. After all, they still had the books, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Wrong. The day before the trial, the books up and vanished right out of the court's evidence locker.
No.
Lots of fingers were pointed, but honestly, the whole town's so corrupt that it could have been anyone. Court clerks, cops, janitors.
So someone's taking evidence, and that's how we're where we are right now. Or one of the reasons.
So Kid's walking around free?
Free, clear, and laughing it up in his new speakeasy. The feds want to bring a case up against him, but without those books, they've got nothing.
Well, we gotta find them then.
Couldn't Kid be brought up on other charges like, say, running a speakeasy?
In a perfect world, yes. But no one in town seems to care about prohibition anymore. The feds are only interested because of the lost tax revenue.
Oh, I love Marty McFly.
Do you know anything about Officer Danny Parker?
Parker? Just another soul lost to the twin vices of booze and despair. I've asked him to tell me his story for my column. Sort of a cautionary tale, but he's never in the mood to talk to me.
I wouldn't necessarily call despair a vice, but, you know. Okay.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about Trixie Trotter, would you?
Kid Tannen's latest conquest? Well, she claims to be a lounge singer from Seattle, but my sources in Washington have never heard of her. I mean, honestly, Trixie Trotter, what kind of name is that?
I think it's a great name.
Whatever happened with that speakeasy arsonist?
I was about to ask you the same question.
Me?
Don't play coy with me. I may not have any journalistically acceptable proof, but I know you had a hand in Carl Sagan's daring escape from the authorities.
Did you lead on the Kid Tannen somehow? Because she knew. Somebody knew. I don't know if we'll ever get to the answer to that question, but it's a good question.
Didn't you think that Sagan was innocent?
I used to, but after he escaped, 2 more speakeasies were torched in Colfax and Georgetown.
What? That's just a coincidence.
Coincidence? Or is our friend Carl a serial arsonist?
I'm pretty sure that Carl Sagan didn't start those fires.
We'll see. One of the reasons I'm camped out so close to Tannen's new speakeasy is it gives me the chance to catch the arsonist in the act. It'd make a great story for my column.
Well, she does have a good view of the alley from here. Or the alley's entrance.
What have you got against dogs, anyway?
They're smelly, rude, completely unable to take care of themselves, and frankly, they're not very bright. If I had my druthers, dogs would be banned from public places.
Harsh.
It's a harsh world, Mr.
I
Callahan.
can say all those things about a lot of people. Alright. I think we'll throw that enough for now.
See ya.
Keep fighting the good fight.
I'll try. Alright, let's go enter a speakeasy. Ooh, a Hill Valley Expo, October 12th to 15th. That lady is flying. Anyway. What does that say? It looks like meat soda, doesn't it? I think it's neat soda. By the way... Sorry, this is fascinating me. It looks like meat soda to me. Tell me if you see something different. A chicken in every pot. Real that Tabatuba.
Who sent you?
Ulysses S. Grant.
What did you bring me?
Meat and potatoes.
What's the word?
Words are for wimps.
Alright.
Ew.
Okay. More insight from Marty.
Hoover 28. A chicken in every pot. How's that working out, Herbie?
Alright, this puzzle took young me forever. And it's one of those puzzles in this game series, or I guess collective game, that disappoints me how it took me forever in the past. What we really need, our biggest hint. Well, let's look at things first.
In gratitude for your continued service, J.J. Valenti. You know, a cigarette lighter shaped like a gun seems like a really bad idea.
But they exist, Marty. A lot of bad ideas exist, unfortunately.
It's good to see Dad in one piece again.
Yeah, hopefully next time we see him, he's not in a wheelchair.
It's empty.
And it's gonna keep being empty. This is what we need to help us figure out the password. It's a nice little word puzzle or play. What do I spy with my little eye? I spy a dry guy. Do you know what's down below? Lowlifes and vermin. Why shall I let you in case I get thirsty? The last syllable becomes the first syllable in the response. This took me forever. How old was I? 15? 14? 14-year-old me took forever doing this. Yeah. So, you know, I could have been brighter. Anyway.
Who died and made you boss?
Well, let's see. I wish I could answer Bruce Springsteen. Who died and made you boss? Okay, I'm like, I don't see the answer to this.
Boss Hog?
What will you do tomorrow?
Right, so row. Lego your ego.
Row my boat?
Where are you going?
Ing. Hill Valley. Alright.
Inglewood.
Welcome to L Kids.
Why, thank you. It's nice to not be carried in this time. Oh, nice place. Excuse me, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to once again present the hottest little number this side of the Rockies. And when I say my pleasure, I think y'all know what I'm talking about, am I right?
I'm with you, Marty.
So let's have a big L Kid welcome for the one, the only, Trixie Trotter.
Yay!
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
Out of my way, kid. I got some sorrows to drown.
Danny?
I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think of me. I'm happy-go-lucky and say I am plucky, so jolly and carefree. I don't care. I don't care if I do get the mean and stony stare. If I'm never successful, it won't be distressful, 'cause I don't
was a lovely song. I love Trixie Trotter. She is the best addition to the Back to the Future franchise from this game. By far, I adore her. Anyway, next time, we will continue our mission in getting Kid Tannen arrested. And we will start from this beautiful speakeasy, you know. I gotta hand it to him. I gotta hand it to that Tannen. This speakeasy is, pretty nice. Anyway, this is Zoe, aka Punxsutawn Dawn, saying, "Make like a tree, and get out of here."
I'm gonna teach him a lesson.